Yay, 6 o'clock. um, I was looking at some of the pictures coming out of Aleppo, uh, and I do believe that's all this is around Syria, right? And my knowledge of the Middle East countries is about as good as mine of South America. No, I just know one place, Del Fuego, right? It's at the very bottom, the hottest place. No. But but I know Aleppo is in a very, very hot area, meaning that there's been a lot of war going on for wow a long time in the Middle East, and they've been showing pictures out of Syria and particularly Aleppo, right? And today I was looking at it and they were showing these kids, and I'm thinking these poor orphans because the previous day I saw where they showed 33 orphans, and then today I saw where they were showing these orphans that was in an ambulance trying to leave that area, and there was a sniper shooting at them. I was like, oh man, if I wasn't so poor, I let's see about adopting or fostering one just so they could get the hell out of that area. And then I was thinking in Memphis, we had like 220 murders. Wouldn't that be a fucking nightmare to bring a kid over here to be safe? And God forbid, they come to America and get shot. So, plus I don't have any money and I wouldn't even know how that works, you know. And then in some ways, I'm like, there's a few kids around here, a few black kids that could use some fostering care or adoption that need to be saved too, because so, so like some of them might feel like they're in a war zone. But in that situation, it's really tragic. Um, the food's not coming in and out because it's being blocked because of the snipers and bombings, and they got mines that they put. And the most disgusting thing in people's private homes, I think the previous week, so about 3 weeks ago, um, they were showing these guys like that was going in and removing bombs, like they put it in people's like if you oven, like if you open the oven door, it'll blow up, or you open you know what I'm saying? So like now, and war is so ugly because now the people there. I mean, who after they finish bombing, whose ISIS gonna be controlling? I mean, their laws ain't gonna work. It's like I know when they try to do really like like really tough laws without taking in consideration of the humanity part of it, like with the privatizations of the prisons and the way our school is and what we feed the school. They don't really take in the human biology. And what I mean by that is the way we're wired, you know, um, either to eat food or to handle stressful trauma situations, and we don't empathize enough. We really don't empathize enough with kids. Yeah, I hear like a lot, oh, I love my kids, I do that. But I don't really see us going out of our way to think about uh, how can our country continue to strive if our children are suffering, even in the United States, if they have to see, like parents going to jail, their uncle getting shot, their sister, gets raped because some gang decides, the sister knew way to jump her in or something. Whatever crazy thing it's all around causing pain and discomfort for someone that, like around here, like this one lady said so much she was gonna beat my ass, and I'm like, no, you're not, because I'm taller than 2 feet. And she was real confused. She didn't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because the only motherfucker she asked she gonna beat is her own kids. She real tough because she could beat her kids, and you know what I'm saying. And well, I know why they. I just remember why they didn't like me because at one time, I when I was sort of dating a policeman in the 90s, had got on crack there for a little bit, and I had like a package, and I just needed a place to smoke. And he let me in like the house they have, like the house the girl's in now. I guess that was be her uncle. I thought it was her dad, but anyway, I guess it's her ugly sister. Well, her sisters are, you know. But anyway, so um, but the way I understand this guy, you know, um, that he preferred um guys now, and well, I won't name any names because everybody walk home know because I guess they got to stay on the down low. And it's funny because I only thought like when I was mostly around white people, I only thought white people husbands were on the down low. But anyway, but you know, I think he got turned out while he was in jail. They turned them all out. That whole crew, they all went in jail like in the late '80s and early '90s or whatever. You know, like if you try to, well, anyway, I guess right after Oz came out, the policemen all decided that was a good way to rehabilitate the guys and stick them back out here. And then if they are rapists, we're not testing the rape kits. Go figure. They already like most of the ones they finally did find from DNA was only because they were serial rapists. But that was like the '80s here, the '90s here. But I've never, it wasn't about sex. It was about like, oh, I could get free high, and then he went and got, like, oh, dude, his boyfriend. That was so crazy because the next morning, um, um, the guy's car got caught on fire. You know, because I was gone, and then I came back in the morning there, just like sort of just closed my eyes for a few minutes. But by then it was gone. Then by the time I got back home, the I don't know, the other the other guy, his boyfriend was sitting on the curb crying. They done burned up his damn car, and I didn't see nothing. I saw the guy come out of the other guy's house that got his car burned. Then came across the street where we was at. But anyway. I figure, like even if it is two guys, that's you know what I'm saying. Ain't none of my business. If that's how they, I was like, I mean, whatever. So, but no, I just didn't like it when it was like I didn't see anything, so that cops never did ask me anything, but I really didn't see anything. So, yeah. But anyway, so instead of like fixing the problems like we should fix them, um well they don't, they can't, like anyway, and her kids are just as fucked up as she is. She was born a crack baby. She has a sister that because her mom drank so much has Down syndrome, and I don't even think the father's on the down low. I think he's just straight out, gay. He even had a cardiac arrest while he was with the police. They was fucking with him so much, and after he's like done so much cocaine, I guess. Anyway, so finally after, I guess and he's a little dark skinned, but when he passed out and lips turned blue, they figured they was a real problem. Said he had open heart surgery. Went back, still doing the same shit. He's always the biggest thief, but you can't say nothing to him because they're Christians. But anyway, we're getting back to Aleppo. Um, Aleppo. It's hard. It's hard for me to say that for some reason. I want to say Apple, but it's Aleppo. But anyway, that place, you can see what war does. I remember Kansas, they had like some racist neo-Nazi people. I always watched the History Channel with Hitler, and they were like, "Wow, he was his master, this mastermind, all this." I'm like, he was those last hours. He's been a bombed out city, Moscow. It's all bombed out. Is that how you say it? Anyway, he's in a bombed out city in Germany. The capital there, And by all, what I'm saying, they're just rebels. Germany, if they hadn't got uh, their loans dismissed and got all the help they did to rebuild, I don't know what they're gonna do with Aleppo because, like, first of all, when ISIS comes in, the only way they want to teach somebody, that was my thing with talking about the local here, like instead of like having laws that promote like the type of perfect person that they want. Like, I'm sure, like, the Muslims, like, they act like they want a perfect person, you know, this, that, and the other, you know. And but the only problem is that the ways that, like, oh well, okay, if you don't wear, the woman don't cover herself up from head to toe, you know, uh and I heard this before, they don't have the scarf on, like, well, the men will just rape you, like they're telling the men, so so you have so like they're doing like a 180 from perfect to enforce people to be perfect, which I think you have to have laws that understand the human nature, and then you have to up well, it's all well, they got a lot of propaganda keeping them down because the only hope for them is for them to find another industry besides oil. Now, anyway, we'll see. Um, I feel sorry for those. I feel sorry for those kids in Aleppo, and I'm sure they're not the only place in the Middle East that's under war. There's Musa, a whole bunch of places. I even feel sorry, like if you look at Israel and the way they do the Palestinians there, you know, it's really I've lost a lot of respect for Israel, for their inhumane behavior, and they because they're still crying about World War II. How dare you go and genocide another person? What, you want empathy? So, but you know there must be, and so, but like these very in here, like that, like those people are Christians, and all they do is beat their kid. So, like, I see a thing with all three religions, um just really, the results that they want to maintain is sort of the opposite. You can look at like the Christian religion, if you take into consideration like the Catholics, and as many times it's like that people then took them to jail for pedophiling, and people still leave their kids. That reminds me, it's like um um their favorite thing is to say is that they like kids. That's their thing. Is, oh well, you know what I'm saying? Well, I love kids. I love kids. That's their favorite thing to say. They love kids. They love kids. I remember one time this guy was like, "Oh, you love kids?" And I was like, yeah. And the next thing is like a kid showed up right there. I was like, this guy's a fucking magician. And I just screamed. I was like, ah! It's like, yeah, like, you know. They're like, oh well, you can get your kid out of Mexico real easy. You can. I was like, that's fucking fucked up. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's the only thing is, you know what I'm saying? And I remember like this one, like, being real racist, and I married into the family there when I married my third white husband, and is my new sister-in-law. After she had her kid, she's like, "Oh, you can never be around no kid," oh, and that really hurt my ex-husband. May he rest in peace. But I was like sort of happy. I didn't really want to be bothered with him, and which, like, the girl checked it out. I was like, cool cucumbers. Let's start this right now. I'm out in the car, hon. Let's go. I'm out. OUT. I'll never. Anyway, they ended up being on crystal meth, cocaine, heroin. Cause I remember, like I heard, like, right after I had a kid, there was something about um like the brother-in-law being on methadone. Well, anyway, next thing I know, I'm at work one day, and the grandparents come with the oldest daughter, and neither one of us. So if somebody calls me like to go to another, like to check on something, so I'm walking through there, and like there's like three people coming towards me, a little girl in the middle of a big guy, and I see him like say, "Oh, that's that. We don't know her. We don't know her." The little girl, poor little girl, gorgeous girl, long hair, big like bluish color eyes, and a lot of body in her hair, catatonic looking. And then later on, I heard from somebody else because I asked one of the other sister-in-laws who was working, or I was working too, and I was like, "What the hell's going on with them?" Well, her husband was a pedophile, ended up going to jail. Anyway, I ended up divorcing my way out of that crazy ass goddamn family, and happy as hell I didn't have no damn kids. you know, but they love their kids. And I mean, they are the kids are just a little like their parents. If I don't like the parents, I probably don't care for the child. They mimic their parents' ideas, especially that young. Well, anyway, I just want to say something about the war. It doesn't. I don't know. It seems like it's futile. They already said there's no way for them to win the war. It's only because of the way they're thinking. It's futile, you know. And I hope I don't know what they can do about those poor children, but surely those kids don't deserve to be there. You know what I'm saying? I know like a lot of religious like white folks like that like Trump and stuff like that. They're like they want to punish the children. Well, I say they've been punished enough. You know, I think leave the poor people alone. But as long as they got somebody shooting at them, I guess you feel like you got to pick up a gun and shoot back. You know, or either dig in. I don't know where they're gonna go. I feel sorry for them. Ain't nobody wants you to come to their country. It's sad. But anyway, I hope they can save some of these kids. Maybe some of these well-to-do people could have space for like one child or something. They look sad. They were all crying. They were scared to death. It breaks my heart.